You're watching the Kansas City Chiefs Report, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. ESPN's Pat McAfee. Dun, 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 dun. Football. He shared his thoughts on the Chiefs' Super Bowl run on his show within this past week. And I got to say, credit to Pat. He's been a real one. You've heard people like Colin Cowherd giving some ridiculous hot takes, writing off this Kansas City Chiefs team. We've heard a lot of people in the media over the last couple months call this team frauds and say that they're lucky and they benefit from officiating and all that. Pat has been real with the Chiefs the entire way, and he's been one of the few honest brokers out there. So game recognizing game, credit where credit's due. Nothing but respect to my president. Salute to you, Pat McAfee. Let's start with what McAfee had to say about special teams. When you mention Pat McAfee, you got to talk special teams, right? One of the best punters we've seen in the NFL in recent memory. McAfee pointed out that the special teams unit for the Kansas City Chiefs, they continue to make plays. McAfee saying the following: when you watch them play, they are not bad. They are so good. They are good in all three phases. Ariza hits like a 51-yard punt in the wind, cold and out of bounds to start this entire thing. Big-ass return happens. Dave Toub, referring to the Chiefs special teams coordinator, is making plays on special teams all over the place. You think about this when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. Between Harrison Butker, Matt Ariza, even the long snapper, James Winchester. By the way, I love Winchester. He's my guy. We're related somehow. We're both part of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. He's from Oklahoma. I'm from there as well. He went to OU. So I always have a special place in my heart for James Winchester. This group is an asset to this Chiefs team right now. And you can't say that about every team in the playoffs. Look, the thing that I love about this unit, all right, is that they're reliable. I can count on them. Harrison Butker is 11 of 11 all time in field goals made in the fourth quarter and in overtime. I can count on Butker. I can count on Ariza. James Winchester even making plays. You got the return coverage has been solid with Nico and some of these other guys as well. The fact that this special teams unit is not holding you back, that's a very, very good thing. And I think McAfee makes a great point to recognize that when it comes to the special teams unit. More to come from Pat McAfee here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. But first, how would you grade the Chiefs season so far? What do you think of what we've seen from this group? Give me an A, B, C, D, or F. I don't know how it could be a C, D, or F when you're playing for a Super Bowl. But nonetheless, give me your grade in the comment section, what you think of the Chiefs season. The Chiefs Report is hitting the road. We are headed out to New Orleans, beginning this Sunday, as we will bring you nonstop coverage live from Radio Row for Super Bowl week here on the channel. We're going to have exclusive content, some great interviews, all sorts of stuff that you will not want to miss out on. I want to get 50 subs off today's show. If you want to be a part of the journey and experience what we're doing here on the channel from New Orleans, you got to be subscribed. Of course, we're going to be live on Super Bowl Sunday for our Chiefs and Eagles watch party. Don't miss out. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Number two, McAfee talking about the personnel, how this roster stacks up. He says that they keep finding the right guys. McAfee saying this. And they get stops whenever they need. This team is so good at football, that you kind of forget to talk about it. Andy Reid and Veach, the GM, have an incredible way of finding guys that are perfect for them. We spent a lot of time talking about Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, and rightfully so. They're two of the all-time greats. But the story of this Kansas City Chiefs team goes well beyond that. This roster is incredibly assembled. And I personally believe that this Chiefs team is going to go down as the greatest Chiefs team of all time. This is the best roster from 1 to 53 the Chiefs have ever had. And you think about the success that we've seen from this group. The rookie class of 2022 and the rookie classes that have followed them since, none of them have ever lost a playoff game. Mahomes and Kelsey, Chris Jones, they're all great. But what Veach and Andy have done to find the guys like Trent McDuffie, George Karlaftis, Xavier Worthy, Isaiah Pacheco, on and on down the line, that is why they're in this position to get the chance to repeat for another Super Bowl title here. More to come here at the Kansas City Chiefs Report, but first, let's tell you about today's sponsor. That is PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. Choose 2 or more players on any given category. Get the choice of more or less, whether you're talking fantasy points in football, rebounds in basketball, goals in hockey, all sorts of different categories to choose from. Go to PrizePicks.com/SailAtUs, promo code SailAtUs, and they got a couple of great things they're offering. They will give you $50 to play for free when you play $5. You don't even have to win to get the money. And on PrizePicks right now, folks, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. The big game is almost here, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with PrizePicks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game. PrizePicks is also giving away a free pick for the big game where Patrick Mahomes will only need 1 yard to win. If you're correct on at least one more stat projection, you too can win real cash. Here's what I got for the big game on PrizePicks, folks. I am obviously going with Mahomes to get a yard. I think that's going to happen pretty easily. I'll also go Saquon Barkley because I have to choose an Eagles player. I'll go the more on him, half a rushing or receiving touchdown. I think he's going to find a way to get in the end zone at least once. Play along with me, PrizePicks.com/SailAtUs, promo code SailAtUs. The link is in the chat, also in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks, proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Number 3 of what Pat McAfee had to say about this Kansas City Chiefs team, he pointed to the rookie, Xavier Worthy, and he suggested that Worthy is a difference maker. And I full-heartedly agree. No receiver has taken more snaps this season than this guy, Xavier Worthy. And he has dramatically improved and become a key piece of this Chiefs offense in the second half of the season compared to what he was in the first half of the year. McAfee said this, Xavier Worthy, they traded up with the Buffalo Bills to get Xavier Worthy. In the biggest moment, they utilized this weapon that they thought could come in and change the math for them. I tried to tell y'all that Xavier Worthy wasn't just a gadget player like a lot of the haters and the losers were saying. And now fast forward to Super Bowl 59. And the Chiefs, one of the reasons they're here is because of Xavier Worthy and the crucial piece that he is now to this offense. How about the game he had against Buffalo? He was the best receiver on the field for either team in that game. He shined, and he adds a whole other element to this offense. He plays the Deebo Samuel role of sorts for this Chiefs offense with his ability to be used in not just the receiving game, but the rushing game as well. I'm all in on Xavier Worthy. I have been driving the bandwagon all year, and I will continue to be the captain of it. I was right on Xavier Worthy. Pat McAfee's right on Xavier Worthy. And a lot of you just don't get it. You just don't get it how good Xavier Worthy is, folks. Are you all in on Xavier Worthy? You know I'm all in. I'm typing Y for yes. Are you all in? Type Y for yes, in for no. Get in that comment section and let us know. McAfee also pointed to the fact that this team is doing the little things. That they are doing what they need to do, whatever it takes, and operating so well as a collective unit, as a team that's been there, done that before. McAfee saying this. Everyone on that team buys into what they are. In meetings, we're on time and we're early. In practice, we're tucked in and we're doing the entire thing. The way they go about doing their entire business is right. No one is going to question going into next week in that game against Philadelphia if they're ready and if they're prepared for the moment. If Philadelphia finds a way, somehow or another, to beat this Chiefs team. It won't be for a lack of effort. It won't be for a lack of trying. If Philly wins, they're just going to have to simply be the better football team. The Chiefs are not going to get in their own way. They are going to take care of business. This is a business trip for them. They're not going to New Orleans to go have a good time. We already heard Andy Reid say earlier in the week that they got the game plan already ironed out before they even touch ground in New Orleans here. They know how to do this. And then the last point that McAfee made, they still got 15. Patrick Mahomes is still him. He is still that guy. And there's just never a doubt when you got this guy under center. Patrick Mahomes is always going to find a way to come through, as we've seen time after time. McAfee said this, Patrick Mahomes, he's just special. This guy is just a competitor. He makes the right decision. He's athletic. He can make every throw, and he's an absolute dog, whether you like it or not. We are witnessing some magic happen. You can have Jalen Hurts. You can have Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. You can have the regular season MVP awards and all that. I'm still taking Patrick Mahomes the second every single time. Pat McAfee is still taking Mahomes every single time. And when you look at this guy in those circumstances, when push comes to shove, Patrick's always going to give you a chance. And even if this team, let's say, for example, that this game doesn't start out well against Philadelphia. Let's say, for all intents and purposes, they get off to a rough start. 15 is going to find a way. They're going to have a chance because this guy isn't going to give up. He's going to find a way to rally. We saw last year in the Super Bowl against San Francisco. Didn't start the way they wanted to, but they sent the game to overtime. They won it. They're going to find a way because of 15. What's your confidence level in Patrick Mahomes? Scale it for me 1 through 10. Anything less than 10, you're a hater. I'm going 10. Let me know in the comments section. Appreciate y'all joining us. Subscribe now for continuing Chiefs coverage. We will see you from New Orleans next week right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report.